find your real YouTube niche, Rotero. All right, let's talk about the one question that stops so many creators before they even get started. What in the world is my niche? Well, I want you to forget all the old advice you've heard. We're about to dig into why your true niche isn't something you go out and find. It's something you already are. So, does this look familiar? Yeah, I thought so. You're not alone. The internet is just screaming at you with all this conflicting advice, right? Pick what's profitable. No, chase what's viral. Find a low competition keyword. It's analysis paralysis. And honestly, it's the reason a lot of potentially great channels just never even happen. So, you know what? That's exactly what we're going to do. We're hitting the reset button. The big idea today is pretty simple, but it's really powerful. The old school way of picking a niche is just, well, it's broken. So let's find a better way together. Here's our game plan. First, we're going to talk about the niche picking trap that gets so many people. Then we'll help you uncover what your true niche is. We'll look at a key strategic choice you have to make. Lay down 4 pillars for any great piece of content. And then we're going to bust 2 huge myths that hold people back. And finally, we'll put it all together in your own authentic playbook. You know, the biggest trap you can fall into is chasing a niche just because it seems profitable or because something is trending right now. That whole approach completely ignores the single most important part of the equation. It's a recipe for burnout and frustration, and it makes you feel like YouTube just isn't working for you. And here's where we flip the script. Your real niche, you're not going to find it on some spreadsheet. It's not about what the market trends are. It's the thing that's already inside of you, just waiting to come out. It's not really a choice. It's more like a discovery. Seriously, think about it. What's that one topic you could talk about for hours with your friends? Is it football, a certain video game, personal finance, that thing you're obsessed with that you talk about effortlessly? That is your niche. That's the engine that's going to keep you creating for the long haul. Okay? So once you have that topic in your head, your first big strategic decision is all about the format. Are you going to be on camera building a personal brand, or are you going to create a dark channel, whether you're the voice behind everything? This one choice completely changes your content strategy. And look, this choice comes with a really important trade-off. When you're on camera, you build this deep personal connection. People feel like they know you, and because of that, they'll forgive you if your content isn't absolutely perfect. But when you go dark, man, there's nowhere to hide. The content itself, the story, the script, the value, it has to be incredible because your voice is the only thing connecting you to the audience. So whether you decide to be on camera or not, and really no matter what your niche is, your success is going to depend on these 4 non-negotiable pillars for making great content. First, you have to help your viewer. Don't just say a football player got transferred. Explain what that means for the team's future. Second, differentiate. Bring your unique perspective, your own life experience into it. Third, opine, have an opinion. Your opinion is like a snowball built from your entire life. Don't just be another person reporting the facts. And finally, be courageous. Say what you actually believe. That authenticity is what really connects with people. Okay, now it's time to tackle 2 of the biggest myths, the biggest fears that paralyze creators before they even hit record. We're talking about the fear that a niche is too crowded and the fear that it won't make any money. You've heard this a million times, right? Maybe you've even said it yourself. Oh, there are already way too many people talking about gaming, or the fitness base is just, it's too full. But here's the absolute truth. Saturation is an illusion. A saturated niche is usually just a niche filled with people making the same old repetitive, boring content. That's not a roadblock. That's a massive opportunity for you to be different. Think about creators like Marumberto Pablo Loco or Primopre. They broke through these super crowded markets by doing one simple thing, telling their own authentic story. And that leads us to this second big myth. This idea that you have to pick some high value niche like finance or real estate to actually make a living. The truth is, any niche can be profitable. You just have to understand the game you're playing. And it all comes down to a little something called CPM. So CPM, it just means cost per mille, or what advertisers are willing to pay for every 1,000 views on your video. Let's break it down. A football channel, it might get a ton of views, but advertisers pay a little less for each one. Now, a channel about luxury cars, it's going to get way fewer views, but you better believe an advertiser is selling a 100. Zero car is going to pay a premium to reach that very specific audience. See, neither one is better. It's just a different model. You're either playing the high volume game or the high V value game, and this ties directly into how you think about monetization. Are you trying to build long-term evergreen assets like a great tutorial that people will watch for years? Or are you chasing those quick viral hits that explode and then poof, they're gone? The high volume game often depends on viral content. And while that's exciting, it can make you a slave to the algorithm. Evergreen content, on the other hand, is a real asset. It's the stuff that works for you and earns for you while you sleep. So we've thrown out all the old broken rules and we've built a totally new framework. Let's put this all together into a final, actionable playbook that you can start using today. Here it is. Your niche comes from your soul, from what you love. You've got to choose your format, face, or voice. Then apply those 4 pillars: help, differentiate, opine, and be courageous to every single video you make. See a saturated market as a challenge to be unique. Know if you're playing for high volume or high value, and focus on creating long-term assets, not just disposable videos. And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. The market for gaming videos might feel full, but the market for your take on gaming filtered through your life, your personality, your experiences, that market is completely empty. You are the only one in it. And that is your ultimate uncopyable advantage. So I'm just going to leave you with this one question. Forget about the spreadsheets. Forget about the trend reports for a minute. What is the conversation, the opinion, the story that only you can bring to the world? Because that's not just your niche, that's your channel.